I've just spoken to your husband.
And let me guess, you won't perform the abortion?
No, I didn't say that. You're my patient, not him. And I want to do what's best for you. But I believe under the circumstances, you should wait a few days. Obviously, you've been through emotional trauma. And this is a surgical procedure. So I think it's safer if we wait.
What if I don't change my mind?
It's entirely up to you.
All right. Let's just get one thing clear. I don't want you talking to my husband about me. This is my body, and it's my choice.
I didn't mean to imply that it wasn't. But since your husband is the father, it would be my recommendation that you talk this through with him. Now, a few days either way won't make a difference to me. But it could make all the difference for you. Call me when you decide.
You see what's happening here, right? I mean, all I wanted to do was make the right choice for the right reasons, and now practically everyone I know is involved in this decision.
Vicki, that's not true. Come on, the doctor just said that it's still your choice.
No, that got taken away from me. And I think we both know why.
Vicki.
I want to get out of here. Come on. Is Donna still here?
No, I told her that I'd be staying here with you, so she left. Look, I'd understand if... I can call you a car if you want.
No. Look, I'm not walking away here. I'm not walking away from anything. I'm not walking away from you.
Oh, well, it's good to see you. It's been quite a while, Spencer.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been...
No apologies, remember? You're here now, and that's what counts.
I've been going through a tough time lately. You know, my family, my business. You know, Judy,
What?
there have been a number of occasions when a bottle of scotch looked pretty damn good to me.
You know, on my way to the hospital, I have to pass this liquor store. It's gotten so that I cross the street just so I don't have to look at that display of beautiful bottles.
Now, let me guess. You finally got up the nerve to walk past it without looking in.
Oh, no way, honey. I go 2 blocks out of my way just so I don't have to pass the store.
Okay, kid, sit down. Come on. Tell me what you've done this time.
Oh, nothing. I was just trying to help.
Yeah, right. You were trying to help. You know what that means.
I know, a national disaster.
Right.
But really, I was just playing Cupid this time.
For Ian?
Yeah, and Paulina. I mean, they are the perfect couple, but they're both so stubborn.
Now, is this thing fixable? I mean, is there anything you want me to do?
Well,
What?
do you know the number to the Corey cabin?
There's no phone in the Corey cabin.
Oh, great. Rachel is going to ground me until graduation, and I'm talking college.
Has anyone even talked to Rachel? I mean, is she all right?
Well, she called once, but, Rachel's super organized and everything. I just wish I knew if she was okay. I mean, I just wish I knew if she was okay. I mean, none of us got the chance to say goodbye to her or anything.
You do like Rachel, don't you?
Oh, are you kidding? I think she is the coolest of everybody.
Well, that she is. But you know, sometimes even the coolest need to back off a little.
Even from the people they love the most.
Especially them.
Yeah.
You ready, kiddo?
No. Well, sharing my drunk-a-lot with a group of strangers is not exactly my favorite way to spend an evening. You know, do you think the hat is a little too much?
They're not strangers. Remember, they are sober drunks just like you and me. And we call it qualifying.
Qualifying for what?
Well, it's sort of my privilege to come here and tell my tawdry tale. Right, Judy?
You share your experience, strength, and hope. That's all, like the book says. And to answer your question, lose the hat. Dollface, take a hike, okay?
So, is Judy like the head honcho drunk?
No. She's just my sponsor.
Yeah, well, she doesn't pull any punches.
No, she doesn't. Not one even.
You've got some nerve to tell your story to hundreds of people.
Well, hardly hundreds. Please, God. Well...
Hey, man, just calm down. Lorna's right. Everybody's been through enough. Fighting is only going to make it worse. Hey, take it easy. I'll take care of Morgan. Quiet! I'll take care of Morgan. Victor, I want to see you walk away. I am not through with him yet.
Enough, Benjamin. Come on. Marital, come on.
Back off!
And you keep your mouth shut. Get out of here.
You keep his mouth shut. This punk started it, didn't he?
I don't care. We're getting out of here.
We are not getting out of here. We came here for information, and I'm going to get it.
How? By fighting with Lorna's boyfriend?
No, by questioning anyone that might have seen something that night. Look, I am sorry, okay? But I am innocent, and the last thing I need is Lorna's boyfriend, that macho man, breathing down my neck.
You better get used to it, because Victor Rodriguez is a tough man to shake.
Chill out, Victor. I don't need this right now. Do you understand that? This is not helping anything.
Look, I know. It's just the thought of that guy hanging around free as a bird really ticks me off.
All right, well, try to calm down, okay? Now, I've got some news that might make things a little bit better for you. Marley's definitely going to counsel you on it.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Have you just heard a word that I just said? Do not let your anger get out of control here. You know, Victor, she's right. I mean, if you keep after Morgan like this, first of all, everyone is going to assume that Lorna is the one who got... Oh, my God.
What?
I can do that to you?
This?
Look at this. That looks awful. Those are the same marks that were on my arm the morning after the rape. You know why? That's probably because Morgan held you down the same way. Dana has to see this.
I agree. That's a good idea. I'll see her first thing. Look, Sunshine, this is a really good thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Right. No. He's right. This is the evidence that could put him away.
Will you look at me, please? We have another problem.
Worse news yet?
While you were playing Who is Mas Macho with Victor, I was calling in for messages. I hate to tell you this, but my plans for your entire defense just went out the window.
You used to have to drag a shampooer home to clean high-traffic areas.
Same thing. But let's not get bent out of shape about that. Once I get them on the stand, they'll think twice. I don't know many people who want to perjure themselves.
Thank God we've got Kyle. What, we can't use Kyle?
Oh, we could if we could find him.
What?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about before. There was a message on the machine from Kyle to you. He's still on the road.
You're kidding.
I'm afraid not. He said he's taking it slow and doesn't know where he might end up next.
Oh, this is great. This is just great, isn't it?
He obviously hasn't seen a local newspaper because he didn't mention the trial at all.
Cass, we gotta get in touch with him.
Do you feel like combing every campsite from here to Seattle?
Yes, if I have to. He's the only man who I trust. He's the only man that knows the truth.
All right, I think it's time that you get out of here now, Victor.
Look, I'm not going to leave with that freak still here.
Look, the freak is with Cass, and Jenna is with me. Now, everything's all right. To tell you the truth, I'm not too unhappy that I've made him nervous. You think he is? Are you kidding me? Yeah. He is wetting his pants right now, wondering what mistake he's going to make next. And he will, believe me, he will. Now, I'm going to walk to the car. You please order me a diet, something with caffeine. Come on. Take care of yourself, okay? Hi.
My name is Fanny, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Fanny.
I'm sorry. No one has addressed me like that since my husband Luke died. Oh, well, that is why I'm here tonight. You know, I did a lot of why me's, and it was alcohol that seemed to comfort me. But all of that is different now, and I'm here tonight to tell you how, if I can. Whoa. You know, I thought if I stood up here and opened my mouth that I would be less afraid, but I'm still shaking. And it's so strange because, you know, I've given so many speeches and talks and appearances on TV. I guess I did those as Felicia Gallant. They at least let me wear a hat. My hat, oh my Lord, my hat. You know, I brought almost everything I own here tonight. I wasn't sure what kind of image I wanted to give, and now I know how silly that was. Because when you stand up here, you're really standing in the buff, the emotional buff at least. Now look, I don't want you to think that I'm putting down Felicia Gallant. I mean, she's a very big part of me. She's very successful, and she has a great sense of style, I think. In fact, she's the one who probably led me to this place tonight. She picked up that first drink. But it was definitely Fanny who lived with the hangovers and the misery and the shame. You see, I drank socially for, well, most of my life. I never had a problem. I didn't drink alcoholically until after my husband, Luke, was murdered. Now, that's horrifying, but I've learned that that's not unique. It's certainly not unique to go to a bottle of booze to dull the pain, and that's what I did. In fact, I got to a point where I applied it to almost every situation.
Boy, Felicia, do you have cojones of steel?
You know, very quickly, I became very devoted to alcohol. I mean, I loved everything about it. I liked the taste. I liked the smell. I loved the color of it. I liked how the light sort of filtered through it. I certainly loved how it felt going down. I wasn't too crazy about the return, however. It made me happier, funnier, safer. Yeah, I thought a lot easier to be around. Of course, I'm the only one who thought that, but what the hell, I didn't care. I mean, alcohol was my friend. I confided in it. It got to a point where it went everywhere with me, even to work. I would set up my little word processor and my glass of wine. I guess you know who won. You know, I guess my first hint should have been when a book of mine was rejected by a publisher. I mean, can you imagine that? I'm Felicia Gallant. A book of mine? Really? How dare they? Well, I, of course, made the choice of a geographical cure. I changed publishers. The next hint should have been when I was fired from my television show. The little witch of a producer actually accused me of having a drinking problem. Can you imagine? Well, I showed her, loudly and publicly. At the event wedding of the year, I might add. Of course, I was #1 on everybody's guest list after that. I also, one time, almost became Felicia Flambe in my own dressing room, yeah. But that was only just a little smoking accident, nothing big. Did my friends and family desert me? No. God bless them, they didn't. They came to me, they talked to me, tried to get me to see what I was doing to them and to myself. It's called an intervention. I'm sure some of you know what that is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I wasn't grateful. I mean, and I didn't stop. Because you see, I hadn't hit bottom, not yet.
Sweetheart, we're just going to give you your bath tonight because Mommy and Ryan have something really important to talk about, okay?
Okay.
We'll come up and tuck you in.
Oh, big boy.
Well, this discussion can't wait. I think we both know that.
So you think that I was doing the self-righteous
I don't know what I
routine
think. I don't
again?
understand anything anymore. All I know is 15 more minutes and Grant would have been out of our lives for good.
Yeah, but Vicky, he still would have had to have lived with a lie.
A month? A year? What difference would it have made?
It would have made a big difference to Grant.
To Grant? Who even cares about Grant? Do you care about Grant? He tortured me, Ryan, and now that he knows he's the father of this child, it's going to be worse. It's going to make Switzerland look like some kind of a cakewalk. There he goes already.
I'll get it. Hello? Hi, Donna. No, she's putting Stephen to bed. No, she didn't have it. I don't know, Donna. Tell you what, I'll have her call you first thing in the morning. How's that? All right. Bye. How's your mom? She wants you to know how much she loves you. And I want you to know the same thing. I love you, Vic. I'm sorry.
Some of the things that Grant said, they got to me.
So, are you reconsidering your decision?
I don't know what I'm doing. Damn it, I had this whole thing worked out and... now I can't stop thinking about Stephen. If I had been in this same position then that I am now, I wouldn't have my little boy.
I'm not telling you what you should do. But maybe there's another way that we could work this out.
Come on, Grant and Jamie, they're as different as... Grant and Jamie. I always knew that Jamie would be a wonderful father, and he is.
And you think that Grant is incapable of being a good
Grant
father?
keeps telling me that he is desperate for a child. I can't help but feel like it's to get to me. And that's a lousy reason. I mean, it's destructive and it's terrible for a child.
I love you. We'll work through this. Whatever we have to do, if we work together, we'll figure out a solution. Do you think you can give me a chance?
This is the hardest part for me to tell you because this is the one that still has the most shame about it. As I told you before at the intervention, one of my daughters was involved in that, so I more or less disowned her. But my other daughter, bless her little enabling heart, was still trying very hard to get me to see the light. She arranged a weekend for the two of us to go off together alone in the country. And of course, in the invitation, it was implicit that there would be no booze. Well, I packed it. I mean, you know, just in case. She was pregnant at the time. She had a ectopic pregnancy. But of course, we didn't know that then. Well, I was nipping away when she discovered my stash. But I showed her. I got good stinking drunk. Yeah. And when we were going at it tooth and nail, she collapsed, bleeding. I was the only one there that could help her. And I couldn't. I somehow got her to a hospital, but it was almost too late. I almost killed my daughter. At best. I was useless to her. I was so drunk, I couldn't drive, I couldn't hold her hand. I couldn't even sign the release form at the hospital. But can I get all of you to believe how grateful I am for that night? Because it was that night and the help of a very good friend, Victor. Hey, your timing is terrific, kid. That has really got me here with you right now. I don't know if any of you have ever had Victor as a counselor, but let me tell you, he's one tough son of a gun. If it hadn't been for Victor, I would be in the gutter right now. Very well coiffed, I might add. But nonetheless, I'd be in the gutter. You saved my life, Victor. And for that, I profoundly thank you.
Well, you're welcome. But you did it, Felicia. I mean, we all did it. We all stay clean and sober by coming to these meetings. And because of friends like you, and particularly because of a friend like you, in fact, I'm here tonight.
We're glad you joined us, aren't we?
Yeah, what kind of wild goose chase was that, girlie?
Oh, well, look, he's here now. See, isn't that funny? The guard could not find the boiler room. I mean, it must have been a real pain to paint the boiler room.
Boiler room, yeah.
I'm sorry if I interrupted your work there. My car was stuck in the underground parking garage. When I came in for help, I ran into Mr. Rain.
She was very upset, and I didn't think it was wise for her to be wandering around the bowels of the building all by herself, so...
Yeah, I'm lucky I found my way here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I caused any trouble.
No, not at all. It's fine.
Oh.
I got plenty of time, at least 10 minutes.
Look, Rain, if you're done here...
No, actually, I'm not done. I need to check the boiler room for bubbles and drips. It gets very hot and humid down there, so...
Okay, check it. I'll meet you at the front entrance.
Great.
Bubbles and drips.
It's paint talk.
See? I knew you guys would make up. Am I great or what?
You know, I had better figure out a way to wind this up before you bring out the hook. You know, I'll tell you something, and I've heard a lot of you say this, that your worst day sober is better than your best day drunk. Now, you know, I've never believed that, because I mean, how bad could it be to be passed out all the time, right? I've had to learn to live with my pain in my sobriety. You know, ordinary, non-unique pain. Sometimes it can be pretty bad. I mean, at the beginning, I walked around, I felt like I didn't have any skin on at all. And every emotion was like an abrasion, or worse. I had to learn to deal with the grief of my husband, Luke. It was like he had died all over again. That was hard. Oh. But you know something? I just want to be.
An NBC News special report. Here is Tom Brokaw.
Good afternoon, everyone. In a surprise announcement... Felicia. Thank you. I learned a lot tonight.
Well, you know what they say, you know, about secrets. I think you should give one of these speeches. I feel purged. I think it would
maybe
be good for
when
you.
things quiet down a little, all
If
right?
you're waiting for your conscience over the Corey matter, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's my issue, Felicia.
But if you learn to... When I learned to deal, you know, it's when I could let things go. If I hadn't done that, Spence, I think it would be eating me alive right now, my anger.
You're sending you back to the booze.
Maybe.
And you're saying, go thou and do likewise.
I'm not allowed to say that because I can't be arrogant about this, but, Spence, think about it, please. Okay? Hey, honey, what is it? You don't look so good.
No, I'm okay. You had great strength just now, lady. Do you think you could share some of that strength with your friend?
Oh, yeah, friend.
You said you had an idea.
Well, not necessarily an idea, sort of, not really even an opinion, just something that I think that we've been forgetting.
What?
You're not alone this time. All the nightmares with Grant, they're over.
Yeah, but not
Just let me finish. No matter what happens, baby, no baby, Grant, no Grant, it doesn't matter. I am here.
Thank you, I know.
Now, look, maybe I made a mistake in telling Grant, and maybe I should have kept my big stupid mouth shut, but we have to be able to forgive each other for things like this. Even the big things.
Are you asking me if I'm still mad at you? Yes. But I can love you and be furious with you at the same time.
I can too. I really think that we're on the right track here, Vic. I really do.
I know that it was a private meeting, but I couldn't help but listen. All the stuff that happened to you. And you were so honest. Weren't you scared to tell them all the crummy stuff you did?
Well, I think it was a little harder to live the crummy stuff.
Well, whatever it is, you are totally brave. I mean, there you were against the whole world, all alone, like an avenging angel of
alcohol?
Well, no, not exactly. I mean, look at Rachel. You and she are in the same boat,
Well,
right?
I don't think it's exactly the same thing. You see...
You and she are in the same boat,
well,
right?
I don't think it's exactly the same thing. You see, I'm here tonight because of all these people. You know, besides my family, I was able to open up and ask people to help me. I do think that's something that Rachel should think about doing, though.
Well, you know, maybe you should talk to Rachel, give her the little speech about what happened to you.
That's a nice thought, but it doesn't exactly work that way. You see, you have to come to it on your own, and you have to ask people in.
So, you mean I can't help her?
No, of course you can. You can certainly try. I mean, my daughters did that for me.
Hey.
Hi.
Maggie, the south wall of the cafeteria is perfect.
Oh! Did you see my little designs next to the kitchen doors?
Are those supposed to be pots and pans?
Yeah. What did you think they were?
Hieroglyphics.
Oh. You guys are so funny, I almost forgot to laugh. And after all I did for you, too.
Thank you.
Come on, Felicia, I'll treat you to a cup of coffee.
It's free, honey.
I know. Why do you think I offered?
You're so cute, you know that? Yeah, I know.
If it hadn't been for Maggie, I never would have seen you tonight. Thanks for coming to find me.
My pleasure.
How are you, my friend? Ooh.
As long as I've got you for a friend, Judita, I'm a lot better than I have any right to be. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Barkley, I haven't seen Kyle. That's actually why I'm calling you. Yeah, well, when he gives you a call, could you tell him to give me a ring at my brother's? As soon as you can? Okay, yes, it is important. You might even say my life depends on it.
Really?
Come on, man. I know what's going on here. I can see that most of the people in this town want to string you up.
Well, maybe it's because they don't want to remember what really happened that night.
Bay City may be large, but the people here tend to have a small-town mentality.
I know your friends want you to dump me, Cass. Maybe you should. At least one of us will be able to keep his reputation intact.
Hey, come on, kid. The burden of proof is still on the prosecution. And from where I stand, they don't have near enough evidence to convict. Not near enough. Come on, don't lose faith. Let's go home.
I swear to you, Jen, I think that we can prove that Morgan's guilty.
Really? How? Did you remember something?
Yeah, I did. It just kind of all came back to me right in a flash, but I think it's something that's going to stick. And I think that Morgan Winthrop should start counting his days.
That's great.
I want to thank you all for a wonderful meeting tonight. I think it was very good, and I also would like to thank Felicia especially for her qualifying speech. I'm sure it touched all of us in many different ways. Now, if we please take a silent moment for prayer or a private thought.
Oh, God, please watch over Rachel. And just help Lorna and Felicia and Jenna, too. Thanks.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Listen, I'm not sure about a lot of things, but I know you love me, and even though I'm questioning this pregnancy, I don't want it to have anything to do with us.
Look, whatever your decision is, all right? Whatever makes sense, we'll make it work.
Yeah, but
promise.
it's not going to be easy. I mean, you know, one way or...
Easy. We never do easy. Maybe that's why everything that we've got is so wonderful.
I love you. Okay.
What is it?
I don't believe this. I don't believe this.
What is this?
It's from Grant. He just took away my right to choose. He's serving me with a legal injunction. I can't have an abortion without his permission.